Rickey Smiley Morning Show. 13 minutes before the top of the hour. It's about that time. We got our coronavirus COVID-19 update with our doctor, Dr. MJ Collier. What's going on, Doc?
Good morning, Brad, Eva, Rock T, and Special K. Is Monday, and we have survived another weekend with this coronavirus. Let me tell you, we now have 2,356,657 confirmed cases, 122,247 deaths. That includes 283 deaths within the last 24 hours. Now, we also have almost 1 million people recovered, which includes, some people of note like D.L. Hughley, who is recovering as we speak. So, but for every famous person that you know, there's, hundreds of people that you don't that have had the disease and hopefully are recovering and now are in the recovery phase. So, Rock T, everybody's getting out now, and the things that you need to consider. I'm going to give you 3 things when you're deciding to go out, what you need to know.
All right.
So in general, the more closely you interact with others and the longer that interaction, the higher the risk of COVID-19 spread. So if you decide to engage in an outdoor activity or a public activity, continue to protect yourself by, of course, wearing masks, wearing eye protections, etc. Keep these items on hand when you venture out. And this is harder for men than women because we don't have a purse, but carry some tissue, a hand sanitizer, and with at least 60% alcohol. So if you have to cough or sneeze, you don't want to contaminate your mask. You want to remove the mask, cough and sneeze, and then cover your mouth and your nose again. Remember, this is to protect other people from you, not necessarily protecting you from other people. So as communities are opening up, businesses are opening up, people want to go out, they're trying to resume their daily activities as safely as possible. There's no way to ensure zero risk of infection. Okay, so if you decide to go out, you're increasing your risk just by making that decision. But you can do things that can decrease your risk, and that's what we want to talk about. I mean, remember, too, if you have symptoms of coronavirus, or if you've been in close contact with someone that you know has coronavirus, then you need to stay at home and away from other people. When you can leave home depends on a variety of factors, so we've spoke about those things. But if you know that you have a known exposure or you actually have disease, don't spread this good news around. Stay at home and stay in isolation as you've been instructed by your healthcare provider. So in general, the more closely you interact with others and the longer that interaction, the higher the risk. So think about this. 3 things to consider before you go out. How many people will you interact with? Interacting with more people raises your risk, of course. Being in a group with people who aren't social distancing or wearing cloth face coverings increases your risk. Engaging with new people. So most people now, they're with their families, and the families don't have it, and that's safe. But as soon as you enter another person, and this may even be, a distant cousin, or, people are now starting to get together for things like barbecues, etc. And so you raise your risk when you add anybody else to the group. Some people have the virus, remember, don't have any symptoms. And it's not yet known how often people without symptoms transfer the virus. So ask yourself, can you keep 6 feet of space between you and others? Will you be outdoors or indoors? Keeping distance from other people is especially important when you got higher risk for severe disease. Indoor spaces, of course, are more risky than outdoor spaces. So an indoor, outing to the bowling alley is totally different from going over to someone's house to play cards outside on the deck. So you have to take those things into consideration. But then also the length of time that you're going to be interacting with people. Spending more time with people who may be infected increases your risk of becoming infected. So a 1-hour dinner outing may not be as bad as a 4-hour card game. So spending more time with people also increases their risk of becoming infected if there's a chance that you may already be infected. So those are just questions and things to consider. Ask yourself when you're doing that, and things that you want to take into consideration before you can get out and socialize with people.
There it is, Dr. Collier. I appreciate you, man. Real quick question, man. Are we close to a COVID-19 vaccine? Are we?
We're closer. There's some new technology that's out there now, Rock, that is really changing the vaccine game. The vaccine technology has not changed since 1930, but now we really have some high-level new ways of trying to create vaccines and some mixtures of synthetic antibodies along with vaccines so that you get instant immunity and then your body builds its own natural immunity. And, of course, all of these things are the opinion of Dr. MJ Collier, not the opinion of the Rickey Smiley Morning Show or its affiliate radio stations. So please contact your own healthcare provider if you have questions about your personal health. So there we are, Rocky. That's our COVID-19.